Alright, so judging by the title, obviously you can tell this video is going to be about bulletproof backpack inserts. There's several different types out there, different manufacturers. Majority of them, I mean, they're all going to be about the same as far as what they can stop. What we have is, it's called a Tuffy Pack, and it's 3A rated. So basically what that means is it can stop anything from 22 to 44 mag. You know, it's soft, it's flexible, it's light, it weighs I think like 20 ounces maybe. So when you put this into a backpack, it's not going to weigh the kid down a whole lot. You know, the only downside to soft body armor is it's not rated for a rifle. But obviously something is better than nothing. And you know, this isn't going to be a political video where I tell you what I think should happen and you know, to stop all this the school shootings and everything. You know, it's pretty inevitable. It's going to happen. You know, there's obviously steps that we can take to prevent it and minimize the amount of damage that can be done, or you know, whatever. But I'm not going to get into all that. Basically, I want to review this Tuffy Pack soft armor. We're going to do some shooting, actually, you know, field test it to see if it lives up to what they say it can stop. So we'll get a closer look at it so you guys can see. They do expire, and if you see here, it's warranted for a period of 5 years, and it has the date of which it was produced, January 2018. So I mean, will it stop a bullet after the 5-year expiration date? Probably, but they're just not going to warranty it. But for peace of mind, I mean, you know, I bought 2 of these for both of my children that are in school, and also bought an additional one, this one, to do some testing on it, just so I know that it actually works. Got it off of Amazon. It was, I think I paid $100 a piece for them, which is, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but you know, it's worth it to me, you know, to give my kids some type of protection in the event that there's a shooter. Sorry, you can probably hear my camera woman. But yeah, we'll take it out to the shooting range and see how it does. So not all backpacks are going to have it, but some backpacks do actually have an extra little pouch in the back. I'll hold it up there, and that's basically where it would slide into. Now, for a youth size backpack such as this, you know, this is kind of big, which I wanted a little bit bigger just so it protects. I mean, you can see on me, I mean, you know, it protects from almost my neck to my pelvis area. So for a child, you know, it covers a lot of real estate. So actually in that bag, I'm going to have to alter the side of the pouch to allow this to fit in. But yeah, let's do some testing. Alright, so we're out at the range. We're going to do some test firing on our bulletproof inserts and see exactly what it will stop. Alright, the first one's going to be a 22 long rifle, just standard velocity CCI. And it hit right here. Did not go through the pack. All right, next is just 115 grain standard ball ammo, 9mm. That one don't look too good.
I wish we can see a dent in the wood.
So it didn't penetrate. Well, it did kind of rip the outer material, which, I mean, that's real thin. You can definitely feel the bullet mushroomed in there, and if you can tell, it put a huge dent in the wood. I mean, it definitely wouldn't kill you from penetration, but that wouldn't feel very good, that amount of force being exerted onto you. Alright, next we have some 45 ACP 230 grain full metal jacket. That wasn't too good. So the bullet is still in there. I mean, it stopped the bullet. It put a huge dent into the whatever this back material is. Seems harder than the fabric. This is just fabric inside of here, tightly woven fabric. And there's some kind of a green back to it. I'm not sure what that is, but that actually is what stopped the bullet. The bullet is right there, but you can see the amount of energy that was transferred from this into the wood, and yeah, it didn't fare very well. There's pieces of wood, you know, 5 yards away, 6 yards away, just blew it to pieces. So that concludes this test. I don't know. I mean, it stops the bullet. It does what it's supposed to do. I mean, the energy has to go somewhere. It can't just hit it and stop. The energy has to go somewhere. So it's going to be transferred into the wood, or if you have this in a backpack, it's going to be transferred, I mean, into you. But the whole point of this is to, I mean, keep the projectile from penetrating you. And then it done that. I mean, it stopped 22, 9mm, and 45. So, yeah, I mean, it works. It's just, I wouldn't want to get shot with one. So since this is soft armor, there's no doubt in my mind that 5.56 is going to go straight through it. But I do want to try something. We have a book in front of the insert, and I want to see if the book slows it down or deforms the bullet enough to where once it hits the body armor that it will stop it. I don't think it will, but we'll give it a try and see. So there's the entry to the book. There's the exit. Here's the entry, exit, and entry into the wood. So it did not stop it. The 5.56 went straight through it. But I mean, that's not to say that this isn't a good option for protection. I mean, you know, in order to stop a 5.56 round, you need steel, and it's not very economical or feasible for a little kid to tote around a backpack with steel in it. But As far as, I mean, anything from 22 long rifle to 44 mag, this will stop it. And as you can see, I mean, there's the 45, the 9mm was there, and I don't even remember where the 22 was, somewhere right here. So I don't know, I mean, it does what it's intended to do, so that's it. Alright, I want to show you guys something. I retrieved the bullets from the bulletproof insert, and here's the 22. You can see it flattened out pretty much thin. I mean, it did retain the majority of the bullet. I'll set that into the side. Here's the 9mm, and I mean, it's probably nickel size, maybe a little bit between a nickel and a quarter. I mean, pretty interesting the way that it mushroomed out like that. And this is just a standard ball round. And if you, let's see if we can get it to focus, you can see a little bit right here of the material that's inside of the of it right there. It's like fused into it. I kind of tried scraping it out and it really won't move. And then here's the 45. What's the strange part to me, they're pretty cool, is they're almost identical, the 9mm to the 45, as far as the size. Actually, the 9mm almost looks a little bit larger than the 45, but the 45 definitely still has more weight to it. You can tell from the thickness of it right there. So, but anyway, so I cut it open to get the rounds out, and just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like inside. It's just a bunch of very tightly woven strands of, I'm not exactly sure what this even is, but that's the inside. And then, like I said, on the back side of it, it's like this plastic feeling, which I'm sure it's not just plastic. I'm not sure what material it is actually, but and if you can see what the 45 done, is bubbled it right there. So pretty neat. Just wanted to show you guys what actual fired projectile looks like when it mushrooms. So hopefully this helps you decide on if you would get one of these for your child's backpack, or you know, we can wait on politicians to ban items, or you know, put things in place to try to prevent this, but you know, as a parent, the way that I feel is I have to do something. So this is something that I could immediately do to somewhat protect my child. You know, it like I said, it's not going to stop a 5.56 or 223 or 308, or it's not going to stop really any rifle round. But obviously it'll stop 45, 9mm, 22, 380, 40, you know, up to 44 mag. So I mean, it's better than nothing, is the way that I look at it. But anyways, thanks for watching. You know, if you guys have any questions or whatever, just in the comments below, leave it. And if anybody wants this, you know, I bought 2 extras for my kids. I just bought this one to do some testing. So if you want this one to do your own testing, or you know, whatever you want it for, just shoot me a message and I'll send it to you for free. Alright, thanks guys.